Hello again. I have another battle report for you. This is game 2 of our campaign, the Battle of Solivgrad. It is Conflikt 47. It will be a fair fight, 1,000 points each. And for those playing at home, it's Scenario 8, out of the Fortress Budapest bolt action book. So some of the others, this is a campaign game, which in this case, based on the point size, the attackers and defenders get one asset per 500 points. He chose preliminary bombardment and smoke bombardment, and I chose anti-tank obstacles and fortified building. And then go on to the list. So my list, it's just a 1,000 point list. I was trying to just mix some stuff up. Trying to think also what's going to be close. Had some good success with the Daughters of the Motherland, so I thought I'd give them a try. And since we're now in a close fight, a lot of SMGs, and which is generally how I run things anyway, are really going to hopefully help out. And his army, it's just a trim down of his 1250. This is fully mechanized, so he dropped the target designator and I think the medium machine gun. But yeah, it's full mechanized, all heavy infantry, and with the exception being the pioneers here. And on to the battle. So the battlefield. As part of this mission, I have to set up first. This is a table quarters, and I'm able to deploy in anywhere my half of the battlefield. So this building here, I chose for it to be the fortified building. So what that means is everybody inside gets +1 to wound or damage them. So an experience goes from wounded on 3s to wounded on 4s. Being the multi-story building in the middle, what I thought was a fairly obvious choice, it does cap out at 6 for wounding. My other one was the anti-tank obstacles. You get D3, rolled a 1. So went ahead and was going to block this arm off, or this avenue off. So the idea being, with the combination of the two, I was going to try to funnel him into the middle here. The next, if I would have gotten more, I would have probably tried to cut off this angle here, and really forced any vehicles, anything to kind of come through this approach where I would be able to sneak up and hit them. So, but as far as the initial deployment goes and my plan, put the medium machine gun, sniper, inexperienced squad, commissar, and light mortar. So the idea being is they're going to be in here and just soaking up first bullets. So the attacker is going to come in via first wave, first wave. So I know they're going to get shot at. So I don't want to put something too good in here. So inexperienced squad goes here, which because of the asset, they function as regular. And a double LMG squad is also in here. Yeah, so I pop this off. The idea being is they're in here in cover, just so enemies can't run in. The double LMG squad, I'm hoping with one squad I can pretty much cover this whole area, because the idea being is with the new rules, 2 LMGs, you're now able to do suppressive fire. So between suppressive fire unit here, suppressive fire unit here, and a sniper, if need, 2 or 3 of these units can hopefully lock down this flank and just allow us to win, which I don't believe I mentioned earlier. Sorry, that's after the deployment. So the objective here is table quarters. So obviously I set up here, so I'm going to have, starting the game, control of 1, and then it's whoever has the most table quarters without an enemy in them later wins. Again, here's the little showing where my unit is, and then preliminary bombardment. So I lucked out, and nothing died, just pins sprinkled throughout, which usually happens. On to turn 1. So he rolls in. Everything was in the first wave, so he's coming in hot. Place a smoke bombardment there. Yeah, and I just generally rallied, with the exception of the medium machine gun. It chose to suppress the fire and actually worked, so that was nice. But in their return, so they come in and they anything that could shoot pretty much shot at him. So that's why he's got the pins. My plan did work though. So in the sense of, because of the anti-tank traps, And yeah, he's gonna have to. I'm pretty much been able to funnel him to here, which is also why he put his smoke marker here. So the idea being is hopefully he can block line of sight, and all these guys can just roll in. Yeah, very quick turn. Turn two. So yeah, the remainder of his forces come in. So with my strong point here, he drops these guys off to kind of stop stop any of my guys just sneaking on. So he kind of sets up a little fire base here. You can see in the back, my SMG troops and stuff are starting to come on. And yeah, so we keep, yeah, he's a lot of pins on there. So we just keep dumping fire on this because I'm able to knock out the anti-convoy ops 1, knock out the lead vehicle. Everything has to stop behind it. Just a shot from his side of the table. So yeah, so he attempts to move this. Yeah, either that or rallies. Either way, it's not going anywhere. So they hop out, and he starts moving his heavy infantry forward. The and I'm tempting to fire with my schmucks. They're not really doing too much except putting a pin on stuff. But yeah, as he moves in, he's yeah. So I lost 3, and that's with the +1 to damage. But don't worry, commissars there to provide motivation. So on to the left, my right flank. So this time I bring in my sisters, daughters of the motherland come in. So I'm sneaking them in. I'm hoping I was able to move up a flank and get in this quarter, or at least contest it, because all his forces are here. Well, so my idea being is if I could at least get one squad or something up in here, to they don't have to do anything; they just have to hide, because now this whole all his units are functionally lost because they can't contest any, or he can't capture it. But yeah, he moves over, promptly counters my move. Yeah, so I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, and then to further remind me how much that's not going to work, he drops out a squad of heavy infantry behind the anti-tank obstacles. So yeah, this is no-go now. And then here, yep, so I tried to get a little sneaky, pulled him out, go to fire. He gets spotted by transport here, and then poof, promptly is mowed down. Yeah, he didn't do anything, and that's honestly what generally happens with the light mortars. But I do like to give them a go every once in a while. So showing him how it's done, Commissar moves up, pulls out his pistol, and pops off one of the heavy infantry. So that was that was quite amusing for me, at least. Him not so much. And then about this time, yeah, so his other squad comes in, puts some pins on him. I'm thinking they may be in trouble, or with the amount of pins and damage, he may try to run his infantry this way. So that's about this time they come on, so I move the terrors here, just as a backup in case these guys get pinned, because they are fast enough that if needed, I can redeploy them. And it brings us on to turn 3. So yeah, not a lot going on so far. We're doing some pins and things, but nothing really too crazy. MMG's taking some fire. He's slowly. Heavy infantry are slow, so he does advance them up into the terrain to get cover, and then also start contesting. Pretty much doing exactly what I was planning on doing to him. So he's moved his by moving them up into this way. He's able to get in a position to where he can pretty much negate 4 of my units worth of claiming 5 if you count the squad down here, just by getting them in the area. Yeah, so they just keep getting lit up. So he's moving them up, firing in the MMG team. Yeah, and seeing their success, he's starting to move these guys over, and he just keeps pouring shots into them in the tower. So yeah, MMG's smoked. They're down to 3 dudes. LT's coming in. Yeah, so at this point I'm going, okay, you can see them up here now, a bunch of heavy infantry. There's more coming this way. So I was really starting to think, okay, well, 1, I need to make sure I hold the building. 3, inexperienced guys with a bunch of pins is not going to do it. So yeah, plan is move the SMG troops up into here, which then put me in a position to go in and capture these ruins. At least that's the hope. Yeah, so we're moving them up. We're firing into them. The inexperienced guys try to take the. Oh, he lived this turn. Or at least I threw that round. Inexperienced guys come in, try to just clear out, clear out. Yep. And like I mentioned earlier, redeploying. So since he started moving his stuff towards the middle, I'm running my guys in. And at this point, like I said, they're quick enough. I can use them to, if he decides to move, you see the vehicles up here. If he's coming in this way, they do have two captured Panzerfaust, so I can come up, hit this squad. Or my other concern, I really didn't talk on it too much, but he does have that heavy infantry squad here and that transport, and I don't want them to just have a be able to run in here and not have any anti-tank stuff to deal with them. Brings us on to 4. So yeah, right now it's been a lot of positioning. Um, we both played a lot of 40K in the past. Back in like third edition, so we're familiar with capturing table quarters and all that, and you don't want to overextend yourself too early. So these first, you can kind of see it here. Our early position, or early turns, are just getting into position, and then slowly crossing that threshold, like you see him do here. Move in, and he's just pushing and putting in fire. Then he commits. So he's as you may have noticed, so the pioneers and the flamethrower and all those guys haven't come out yet. Well, here they come. So with them rolling in, I know these guys aren't going to be able to help it, so I pull in the terrors to come do something about it. And you can see here between them and the SMG troops moving in, we managed to mobilize it, pin it a bunch, don't kill it unfortunately, and start clearing out the objective here. And on the left side, I really didn't touch on it too much, but yeah. So they've been pretty much here this whole time, firing suppressive fire on the squad. So they've been, they're up to 6 or 8. So they've been hitting and just pretty much locking them down. So that's the reason why I was able to really commit more to the right here, between the sniper and them, just putting fire on one squad. I'm not killing any of them. There's still, I think it's still a full squad in there, but yeah, they're not going anywhere, and it allows me to commit to crossing the center line and hopefully winning the game. So with his forces committed, he's built him a little bastion here, fire base, so I'm able to move the daughters back, because again, I know they're not going to be able to cross this no man's land under all the assault rifle fire and MMG fire. So idea going, okay, I want to assist with the push, pull them back here, and then just come up the middle. If SMG troops don't do it, terrors don't do it, then the hopefully wave 3 will do it. And like I alluded to earlier, yeah, you're seeing the MMG, and they finally got pulled down. So yeah, the his fire base doing what fire bases do. Killed my guys out in the open. I took my shot, was hoping to pop one, if not both, because both these groups had Panzerfaust, but that just didn't work out. Yep, you see the squad here, the flamethrower team, and the last, I think, the heavy infantry. So we're, oh yeah, and yeah, the my 11-man SMG regular squad, yeah, just hanging out. don't know what I need them to do. On to 5, yeah. So given that, I got lucky, got early pulls, jumped them back behind cover, trying to get same with the LT, and moving taking out the squad here, finishing them off, moving into the cover. Yeah, and we're just yeah, you see just murder. This is a bloodbath. Just they were able to rally and pull off most of their pins, but yeah, just everybody's just firing into them. It's kind of a board state at the end of 5. So yeah, we're coming in. It's getting ugly. You saw I didn't have a picture of it because it's not particularly interesting, but yeah, I'm starting to sneak them up. The idea being is, okay, what can I, if we get a turn 7 mad dash into that table quarter, it's only turn 5 now, but yeah, I know the action's here, so maybe I can do a little sneak 6 move here, especially if they activate turn 6 move here, and then turn 7 if we get one, zoom into here on a turn 6. So this is the final turn. Everything's pretty much in this melee here. So yeah, Germans rally just a number of pins, so they're trying to pull this off. Yeah, this is the flamethrower team, so they were busy cooking, attempting to cook. Thankfully, nothing happened, I believe. Yeah, and then tears. Good thing I pulled them back, so they're able to come in, clean them off. So now where this objective is, I'm firmly, I say firmly, I'm in his half of the table contesting these. The not to let any good deed go unpunished. They so these guys, the Stern Pioneers, hop out. Flamethrowers don't work on terrors, so they decided to finish off the regular or the veteran squad here, and everybody else is dumping fire into them. Luckily, I didn't lose Sergeant, and there's still a guy here, so they're paying for it. I'm glad they took it, but yeah, they're paying. And then ending it up, yeah, sorry, still working on painting them, but ending turn, run these guys or ladies up, and yeah, I've managed to pop the Chimera on the, doesn't really do much, but makes me feel good about it. And then that's the end of the game. So we ended up having a draw, one table quarter each. So I controlled the back left table quarter with the double LMG squad. He controlled basically the opposite one with that lone squad that jumped into the building. So yeah, it was a pretty good bloodbath. There was one or two rolls, especially on that end turn 6, that if I was able to push one way or the other, or if it went one way or the other, it would have definitely been a win for either one of us. Because it's not like we had a ton of people bodies there. Overall, three German units were killed, and I lost 5. One of them being to the just never showing up. So yeah, the German advance is stalled. They blew through the initial opening move, capture some territory. Now they're starting to get in that grind, and yeah, we're seeing the Russians do what they do best. So hopefully we'll have a game 3 here before too long of the campaign, and we'll see how it turns out. Thanks for watching. Bye.